Ship number 1 is the show's Stockafish. I probably just butchered that name. It is piloted by Vomat. We have a Watchafish with double Caro. Ship number 2, we have the Firestorm. It is piloted by Alorn. We have a Mobula with Hades up top. We have... ooh, we've got a Hades down low and an Artemis. All right, going with a little something different here. And we've got a... what is that? A Flamethrower? Yeah, that's a Flamethrower and a Banshee. Take it away.
And for ship number 3, it's the Reborn, piloted by Sundstrom himself. And he has... what is it? An Artemis Banshee on bottom deck. And the Gatlin and Artemis on top deck with a Hades on all the way on the top, and of course Solidus took a alcohol name again, top of the tequila. Solidus is the captain of this galleon. He is basic meta galleon with the carronade and Hawacha on the left side, and the lumber flank and Hades on the wait a second, on the left side. Sorry, on the right it says Hawacha. Yeah,
there you go. There you go. And by the way, as some of you could probably see here, Stream Snipe confirmed by iTech. And yeah, just to correct something that I mentioned before, yeah, it's not officially, I probably misspoke when I said that, but it's not officially, quote-unquote, sponsored by Muse. What it is they help make sure that the community has tools to run events like these, and make sure that things like this go off without a hitch. But beyond that, yeah, it's not really quote-unquote, it's not officially sponsored by Muse here. But let's go ahead and get to the action right here. The top of the tequila has been hull broken a couple times here, but they're getting that hull back up pretty quick. They've got 4 guns down. It looks like the Mobulas are going to go after each other. 1v1 over there. Let's take a look at that 1v1 right now as all the fire is going out on the Firestorm. Firestorm, I thought the Firestorm was going to be laying down the fire, however, they're the ones that are on fire. Hull break on the Firestorm.
To be noticed, they don't have chem spray on the Mobula. That's something interesting. They're missing the chem spray, eh?
Yes, they are missing the chem spray. And just a quick note here, as a reminder, look at the back of the top of the tequila. That is a flare gun on the back. Side note, for those of you who remember, and you know I make a note of this all the time, when you don't bring chem spray, that's an instant 15 stacks from a flare gun. Mobula might want to be very, very careful with putting themselves on the backside of the tequila. 15 stacks is not something they want on that balloon. Especially with no chem spray.
No, absolutely. That's and even with chem spray, if your cycle is broken and you get a flare in, it's a horror. Like you can just kiss goodbye to that. Watcha's going in without any hull to the Reborn, and the first kill goes to the Cake Watcher.
Indeed, Cake Watchers now has first blood here. They will win tiebreaker if there is a tie. If there's a tie at the end of regulation plus overtime, if there is an overtime. And top of the tequila as the Galleon, not in a good spot in a 2v1 right here. Doing their best to stay alive, but they have no guns to defend themselves, just hull, balloon, and engines. However, they are in their own spawn, so that's a good thing right now as Reborn just comes up. So they're going to be okay. They're good to stay in the engagement as long as they can get those guns back up. Looks like they're priming those guns so that they can prepare for a counterattack. As the Reborn going right after the Firestorm, they want some revenge right now, as we've got a little bit of a hydro burn right here by the Firestorm to escape the Reborn. Doing a nice job, however, they are hull broken once again.
It seems that the Cake Watch really wanted to go in for the close range kind of stuff, and well, the Reborn did get his revenge, and now it's a 2v1 against how am I gonna say this? Shotter.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. The Reborn was reborn and gets its revenge as Hwacha comes out from the fish, spraying a little bit, doing a little bit, but not enough to really affect the Mobula. It's very difficult for a Hwacha fish to do a whole lot against a Mobula because the Mobula has a very low profile when it comes to the hull and its guns. It's very difficult to hit them. That's not saying it's impossible, but it's very difficult for a Hwacha to do a lot from range against a ship like the Reborn, piloted by a good pilot. However, Hades is a good option going against the Mobula, as long as you can land those shots.
Yeah, because the arc is kind of, especially if you're on the same level of him, the drop of the bullet gives the profile more chance of hitting the hull, of course. But very good disengagement of the fish. He did manage to get out without getting himself killed. They were in their spawn. It seems like the Dmitrij's angels are trying to pull him back into their spawn just as a failsafe. As such, the fish just lost about 30% of their hull, throwing tar out. Again, a hull break, and this may be the death of them.
And it certainly is. A little aggressive there. Not saying it's a bad decision, but a little aggressive there. It's 2-1 blue here. Can't argue with the decision about going after the Reborn. I think the Reborn is the correct target for the red side to go after. However, you got to make sure that timing is good here, and Firestorm may pay for it right here as well. Firestorm down to about 40% hull.
I mean, similar like last match, we got
Yeah, we are going to be back. We are live again. All right, there's a kill 3-1. Apologies for the technical difficulties, guys. Just
what happened was the goldfish went around the mountain, leaving the Reborn alone with the Cake Watcher's Mobula, causing possible harm and death to the poor Mobula.
And just as a quick aside here, while we have a little bit of light action here, Extinguisher is the better counter to Flare if you're already flared. However, the better counter to Flare, in my opinion, is the preemptive move, which is the chemical spray. With the chemical spray on the balloon side, you are completely useless shooting that flare. The only damage it does is the 15 stacks. As the fish has been hull broken here, then again, that's my personal opinion. I see a lot of Mobulas, especially in pubs, basically not sit there and not do anything about the balloon side as far as chemical spray. You want to pull that that balloon side engineer off of a gun. A flare to the balloon will do that very quick. Of course, then again, you know, pubs and SCS are two completely different things. So I just want to preface that statement by saying, you know, hey, if you're going to do it in SCS, use flares responsibly. Yes, I know, I'm the one advocating for responsible use for flares. I'm the one doing that.
Well, this looks like...
Ooh, there's a kill right there on the...
Yeah. Just didn't manage to dip into cover. The guy did get their flag hits in, and they did hit the hole. That absolutely is devastating, even with the update.
I think we may be seeing the match point right here, and in fact, we are going to see the match point right here. 5-1 in favor of blue.
And as I said before, the Cake Watchers, they really got the first kill. They had this momentum going. They were up close and personal. What was it? Dmitrij's Angels didn't have much to do at that point, but it turned into the Dmitrij's Angels' favor due to them being able to respawn, being able to fight back. Possibly because the Cake Watchers focused on the Galleon a bit. I mean, a Galleon is just well crewed. It's a lot of fire. You got to time well and put into it to get it down. And yeah, it's not an easy task. So I still think they might have wanted to stick with the Reborn, and they did try. But at that point, Sunstrom and his favorite ship already were in the right position. They already had the advantage. And it unfortunately it didn't work out for the Cake Watchers.